sanitary requirements, practices designed to avoid an undue increase in the consumption of medical marijuana. I don't know what that means.
All right, and then we have local licensing, which is a decision approving a medical marijuana center license may limit a number of patients a center may serve in order to meet the needs and necessities of the neighborhood.
And that medical marijuana licensing authority determines the licensing already granted for the particular locality or adequate for the reasonable needs of the community based on the testimony and evidence of medical needs and necessity of the potential customers for the approval of the license at the proposed location for the sale of medical marijuana. Wow.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
So the next one, it would not allow a natural person. I don't know why they refer to it as a natural person.
Who's an unnatural person? Are you an unnatural person?
I am, actually.
Me too.
I'm a bionic woman.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice. So anyway, it would not allow a natural person with a misdemeanor to obtain a license to operate a medical marijuana center.
This article does not prohibit a political subdivision of the state from limiting the number of medical marijuana centers that may operate in the political subdivision or form enacting reasonable zoning regulations applicable to medical marijuana centers based on local government zoning, health and safety of laws, and the distribution of medical marijuana.
You're just getting all the long ones
I know,
straight,
right?
aren't you? All right, so medical marijuana center shall be a Colorado non-for-profit corporation. We've already covered that a couple times, but need not be designed as a non-profit corporation by the federal government.
Right. What constitutes significant responsibility for managing the well-being of a patient, except that the act of supplying medical marijuana or marijuana paraphernalia by itself is insufficient to constitute significant responsibility for managing the well-being of a patient, which means, like, if I'm a caregiver, right, and I'm a caregiver to patients, which means I grow medical marijuana for people who can't because they're too sick. So in order for me to continue to do that, I'm going to have to do more things to prove that I'm more of a primary caregiver, doing more than grow or provide them their medical marijuana, which includes things like transportation, preparing of meals, putting away of clothing. I mean, it's the same definition that they tried to pull early, I believe it was in September, when they tried to do a redefinition of a caregiver status, but that didn't, it was ruled out by Judge Naves. Thank you, Naves. Anyways, and do you want to read the last one?
Yeah, 2 or more primary caregivers may not join together for the purpose of cultivating marijuana.
So if 2 guys run a dispensary together, they can't grow together to provide for their patients?
Guess not.
I don't get it. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. Well, anyways.
Does any of this make sense to you?
No, it doesn't. Well, hopefully it makes sense to someone. Hopefully that someone is our Wild Bill. Is Wild Bill in the chat room and ready to go for a Skype so that we can talk about this?
All right.
Someone who knows what they're talking about.
Hi, Bill.
Hey, can you hear us? Do we have audio?
Marco?
Hey guys, am I up there?
Yeah, you are. Picture looks a little clearer from last time, although it's kind of dark on our video and here. How are you doing this week?
I am doing fine. I don't know why you're not getting me. I can see you.
Oh, we're getting you just fine now. We got you perfect.
I am trying some. Okay, great. Anyway, this one, you know, the law is going through and it sucks. You know, one of the things, I sat directly behind Massey the other day in the hearing, and he goes, "Oh yeah, well we're going to let people medicate on premise by eating their medibles." But gee, I mean, 2 hours, 1 hour for the medibal to kick in. You know, I recognize that the fact that they're recognizing HUD people and they are listening, but I just don't understand. That they're actually not listening. Can you still see me?
Yeah, we can see you just fine.
There we go. I can see me now. Okay. But and there's some other provisions. That when I was listening to them, pass fail. The whole law sucks. It needs to be litigated. It's just wrong. That I don't know. As a patient,
What was that? Bill, are you still with us?
Seems to be coming in slow.
Oh no, you're coming in just fine. It's just got a little drag time because of technology. It sucks. But you're
okay. A little. I understand.
Okay.
My brother is a internet provider, and someday we'll have it in real time.
Hopefully.
So
one of the major.
What was that?
Sorry.
I'm sorry. We just have.
Yeah, we seem to be having a delay.
Yeah, we just have a little bit of a delay. Let's just pretend that there's not a delay, and I'm sure everything will carry out smoothly. Tell me what affects you the most about this bill, and what do you not like the most about this bill?
I do not like the fact that they are going to HUD people saying that, basically eat a medical, go home. It doesn't work. Some people need to smoke pot and not eat a medical.
So in terms of you personally, that was Bill 34, Section 39, that stated that you can no longer medicate on a premises, and what you're saying is that now they're allowing you to medicate on the premises, but only in the form of being able to eat a medical, which doesn't necessarily work for you because you probably have a higher tolerance, and you're someone who needs to benefit from the smoke of medical marijuana and not just by eating it. Is that what you're saying?
True, but what they are pushing for is the fact that you eat the medical and you drive home, then you get high, or not high, or medicate.
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm an old hippie, but the thing is that you eat the medical, either you stay at the dispensary until it takes effect, or you go home and then let it take an effect. Some people don't, some people that doesn't work for on medibles. Some people need instant help.
Right. And so what do you see would happen if this bill passed? I mean, because it passed the House, and so now it needs to pass the Senate, I believe. And if marijuana gets rescheduled from a Schedule 1 substance to a Schedule 2 substance, doesn't that make marijuana legal in terms of Denver and the city of Breckenridge? Because the city of Breckenridge legalized marijuana 2009 and the city of Denver legalized marijuana in 2005, and the only reason why it's still illegal is because it's illegal federally under the Schedule 1 definition. And so, you can get meth and heroin in forms of pharmaceuticals because it's a Schedule 2, like Adderall and Vicodin. But if this passes to a Schedule 2 for pharmaceutical purposes, does that A, get rid of the dispensary by making you get your medicine from Walgreens, and B, does that mean marijuana is going to become more legal in Denver and Breckenridge?
Believe me, I am 100% for legalization. What this will, if it rolls over this way, all more power to us. That it will work that way for legalization. I don't know what to say because I believe in the medical process and that marijuana is medicine. There are days that I cross the line that marijuana becomes recreational as opposed to medicine. Jesus, I've been smoking it for 40 years. I don't know. Hopefully, when they reschedule it, it will be legal, and then we will not have to live in fear again.
Okay, and